It's hot, we're already sweaty, so let's move slowly, move mindfully, finding some nice cooling breath in there to chill us out a little. We're going to start today with a special kind of breath, Sitali breath, which is a cooling breath. So if you're hot and feeling the heat like I am, it's going to cool you down. So how we're going to do this is, if you can roll the tongue, like so, you're going to roll your tongue, you're going to breathe in through that tongue. If you can't roll your tongue, purse your lips and sip like through a straw. The idea with both of them is you're bringing cool air till it hits the back of your throat. So give it a try. Inhaling, then pause at the top, and then exhale through your nose. So if you're going through the lips, it's going to look like pause, exhale through the nose. So let's do 3 of these to cool us down. Feel free to close your eyes or keep watching my scarily grinning eyes as I do this. It's a funny shape, right? Funny shape with your tongue. Inhale, rolling the tongue or coming through the lips. Hold at the top, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the tongue. Pause at the top, exhale through the nose. One more, inhale through the tongue. Pause at the top, exhale through the nose. Now as you next inhale, start to lift your arms all the way up. Hopefully you're still feeling some of that cool breath in your mouth and down your throat. Exhale, bring your elbows wide, find a cactus shape, lift the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, twist to your right, bringing left hand down to the outside of right thigh, right fingertips down behind you for a twist. Now through this movement today, we're going to try not to get in too close and personal, not too many folds, because when it's hot, it can be really suffocating, or I can find it really suffocating. So keeping relatively open as we move through some poses today. Roll that right shoulder back, sit up nice and tall as you twist here. And then with your next inhale, can you circle this right arm all the way over? It's going to come to the outside of the left thigh. We're going to find a couple of cat-cow movements here, but really small movements. Inhaling to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. You're going to be very constricted by kind of how far you can move. Exhale, press the spine back behind you. Inhale, roll shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, press that spine back behind you. One more time. Inhaling, rolling shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, press it back. And then can you reach those arms wide as you sit up nice and tall? Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, elbows wide, find that cactus shape. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to outside of left thigh, left fingertips behind you. Sitting up nice and tall on the inhale, lengthening the spine, exhaling to twist a little further. All from that core, from that center. If you've done my beginner twist video, we focus on this a lot, but this lengthening up through the body, and then this twist is really from the core, from the center. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, rise that back hand all the way up, cross it over your right arm, so it goes to the outside of the right thigh. And then inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, press your spine back. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, send the spine back. One more time, inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, send it back. And then as you start to straighten up, spread those wings wide. Lift the arms all the way up, and this time they come down through heart center at prayer. Just bow your head, forehead into the tops of your fingers. Still sit up nice and tall as you fold that forehead down, chin into chest. And then release the hands. We're going to cross opposite foot in front. So just a little switcheroo with your legs. Sit up nice and tall here. Lift the arms all the way up and then send right hand down to the right hand side. We're finding a side bend here. Take your time. We're going to breathe for a little bit here, lifting that left arm all the way up and over. And maybe as you kind of deepen your breath, starting to walk these right fingertips out or coming down to your forearm, but only moving further if you're keeping that left seat planted to the ground and that left shoulder up and open. Side bending here. Maybe getting a little deeper, but keeping that positioning, keeping that openness through the shoulder. One more breath here. And then as you inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Let's send left hand down to left side, right arm reaches up and over. Finding that length and then taking it over to the side. Ground the right side of the bum, maybe walking that left hand out gradually as you start to move your way down. Moving slowly with the heat, but also kind of taking advantage of the heat. Our bodies are often a little more malleable and are already warmer than they would be if we were doing this on a really, really cold day. So allowing some time to kind of reach into these, maybe the body stretches a little further than normal. Maybe it doesn't too. Lots and lots of things will be at play, right? For you on today, your own very, very unique space that you're in. One more breath here. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And just bring those hands down through center, this time taking the fingertips to the floor and taking a little walk out with your hands. Now I said not much folding and kind of constricting. So I'm going to stay up on my forearms here, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest, sending the bum back towards the floor. But feel free to walk your hands down and really bow it out here. Your arms could be straight in front of you as you lower yourself down. Just taking a little fold as we finish off with these seated poses. Take one more breath here. And then look up at your fingers. Start to walk them back towards you, gently rolling yourself back up. And we're going to come to all fours. So over to all fours, picking any bits of tree and plant off your mat that you might have there. Hands stacked underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And let's start with a cat-cow. Lowering the belly on the inhale, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest. Exhaling to press into the hands, scoop the spine all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, press it all the way back. Moving slowly, one more time with your breath. Moving through each of these poses. And then come back through neutral. We're going to send the right leg out to the side. So the foot comes flat to the floor, toes stacked in front of your heels. Hands are still on the floor in front of you. And you're just going to rock backwards and forwards. My heel is in line with my knee. And that right foot is flat to the floor. That right leg is straight, but there might be a little softness in it, a little bend. And just rock your weight backwards and forwards. Moving really slowly. And then stop the next time that you come back to center. Can you lift this right arm all the way up, reaching up towards the ceiling, and just take some little circles with your wrist. 3 times one way, 3 times back the other. And then release the hand all the way down. We're going to wiggle this right foot all the way up to the outside of the right hand, and then shift your weight forward to sink the hips down. So we're in kind of a lizard lunge here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, sink the hips. And then keep that left hand planted. We're going to rise this right arm. You might, if you've got a block, place a block under this left hand, or take it a little wider as you reach this right arm all the way up. And then can you bend at the elbow, peeling that elbow back behind you as you find that opening. And then reach that arm all the way over. Bring the hand down to the inside of that right foot. And just bring that right knee back beside left knee. Bring hands back underneath shoulders. Back into your all fours. Let's find that cat-cow again. Inhaling, dropping the belly, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head. Exhale, pressing the spine, really pressing through the hands and all of the finger pads. Inhaling to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the head. Exhale, send it back the other way. One more each way. Take your time. And then come back through center. This time we're going to take the left foot out to the side. Remember that left foot is flat to the floor, heel in line with that right knee, and we're just going to rock it forwards and backwards. Make sure that that left leg is straight out behind you. Your hands are kind of still under where you would be in all fours, so your shoulders when you're in an all four position. Just rock yourself backwards and forwards. You can make this bigger or smaller than I am, anything that feels good for you. And then the next time that you come back through center, keep yourself there, ground that right hand and peel this left arm all the way up, reach it high. And take 3 circles one way with the wrist, 3 circles back the other way. And then reach your hand all the way back down. Wiggle this left foot all the way up, sliding, wiggling, whatever feels good. And then send the weight forward, both hands on inside of that left foot. As you sink your hips, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest here. Really sink those hips down towards the mat. And then if you used it on the other side, a block under that right hand, or you could widen that hand out slightly as we lift the left arm, twisting open. Bend at the elbow, open it out, lifting the chest, still sinking those hips. And then reach that left hand all the way over. And send that left knee back beside your right. And we're just going to bring the knees together, walk the hands back and sit on the heels. We're not going to be here for very long. We're going to move into a bit of a flow, but a more ground-based flow, not quite energetic as our sun salutations, like our kind of classical variations. Going to be closer to the floor, move a little bit more slowly, taking them a couple of times. So, very much still, sun salutation, just a little bit different. Moving with the breath, movement per breath. As we inhale, we're going to lift the bum from the heels, reach the arms all the way up, and clasp them behind the head, open the elbows wide. As we exhale, close the elbows in on the head as you roll back down, sending the bum to the heels. Inhale, walk your hands out in front of you. We're coming into a plank here. Lovely. So shoulders over your wrists, you could cross those ankles. As you exhale, send the elbows back, lower it down to the floor. Inhale, press through those spread fingers up to your cobra, starting small. Maybe seeing if you can lift the hands. Keep pressing the tops of feet and the hips down into the mat. Exhale, we're coming all the way back down. Inhale brings us up to our knees, and exhale, we sit back into a child's pose, only here for a breath, but you could wiggle the knees wide, just bring them back in when we move into that next pose. As you inhale, start to lift the bum from the hips, reach the arms up, clasp the hands behind the head. Press the hips forward. Exhale, bring the elbows in towards the head, tuck chin into chest, sit the bum back down on the heels. Inhale, walk the hands forward to that half plank. Exhale, lower the elbows, send it all the way down to the mat. Inhale finds that cobra, maybe taller this time, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest. Exhale, sends it back down to earth. Inhale presses up to the knees. Exhale back to your child's pose, sending bum to heels. Inhale, we bring the arms up as we lift the bum, pressing the hips forward, clasping hands behind the back of the head. Exhale, elbows draw in, roll it all the way down. Inhale, hands pad out to that half plank. Exhale, lowers it down all the way to the mat. Inhale, find that cobra, rolling shoulders back, lifting the chest. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, press up to your knees, send it all the way back on the exhale to your child's pose. Let's move through this twice more. Feel free to move with your breath. So moving away from me if that feels good. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up, clasping hands behind, elbows wide. Exhale, close elbows in, roll yourself down. Inhale, step those hands all the way out. Half plank, exhale, release down to the floor. Inhale, find your cobra. Keep a bend in the elbows as you reach the chest forward. Exhale, send it back down. Inhale, press back to your knees. Exhaling to child's pose. Inhale, sweep it up, pressing hips forward, clasping hands behind the head. Exhale, curl it down, elbows come in. Inhale, walk those hands out, find that half plank. Exhale, release it down to the mat. Inhale, draw yourself up to your cobra. Exhale, send it back down to the mat. Inhale, press back to your knees. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Maybe edging your knees further apart as we just spend a moment here. Our most kind of folded over pose of today. But just take a moment. After that flow, it's like really satisfying, I find it, and meditative when you find that rhythm and you really move with your breath and you know what's coming next. You know what pose to expect. Just noticing if you felt any of that. And then gently start to look at the fingertips, walk the hands back towards you. As you bring yourself back to that cross-legged seat, we're just going to find 5 more of those cooling breaths, that Sitali breath. So resting the hands down on the knees, closing down the eyes, you know where we're going this time. Remember, we're inhaling through that rolled tongue or that lip purse. like it's a noun or something, a lip purse. And then we're exhaling through the nose, and we've got a pause between inhale and exhale. We're going to take 5. So inhale through your tongue, pause at the top, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the rolled tongue, pause at the top, exhale through the nose. Inhale through rolled tongue, pause at the top, exhale through nose. Inhale, rolled tongue, pause at the top, exhale through nose. Inhale through rolled tongue, pause at the top, exhale through nose. And then just come back to a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing the cool air that might still be running down the back of the throat. Really gently from here. You might do it without opening the eyes, depending on how far you've got to move, but you're going to gently bring yourself down to your back. And stretch the arms up above you, stretching yourself out as long as you can. And then can you start to walk your feet over to the right? Kind of as far as you can whilst keeping the rest of your body tall and strong. And maybe you cross the left heel, the left foot over the right to kind of anchor it down. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the right, still trying to keep your back flat to the floor, but finding this banana shape. And you might grab a hold of your left wrist with your right fingers and draw yourself over. Take a really deep, full breath here. And then gently release the hands, bring them back to center. Release the feet, bring them back to center. And then walk the feet to the left. As far as you can go, keeping that back flat to the mat, maybe crossing right foot over left. Walk those hands over to the left. Maybe left fingertips grab a hold of right wrist, drawing yourself over to the other side, trying to still ground those shoulders, finding that side bend. And then gently release the hands, bring them back to center. Release feet and bring them back to center. And take any final movements that you would like, bringing the knees into the chest, any little twists, happy babies, anything at all. And then I invite you to take some time in your Shavasana, lying on your back, maybe spreading the feet a little wider, palms facing up. Snuggling shoulders underneath you, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the forehead, and then staying here as long as you can. I hope that if you are having a really hot day, you find some little moments of cool, and I hope you've enjoyed this flow. If you have, please subscribe. It really means a lot, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time.